It is important for us to know that this is the highest decision-making body of the government of Kenya. And all of us, ladies and gentlemen, we must be focused not on the popularity of any one of us, but on the transformation of the country. Not on what politics can do, but what leadership can achieve. And we must be focused not on us as leaders, we must be focused on the people that put us in authority. That way, we can do it better, we can do it together, and we can take the country moving forward. I am pleased to report that the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee has finalized the unbundling, delineation, and transfer of functions in line with our directive last year in the last summit. I now direct the committee to take the next step of systematically identifying and transferring the requisite budgetary and other resources tied to these functions in the next fiscal year. Harmonious intergovernmental relations, as outlined in Article 6 of the Constitution, are essential for effective and sustainable devolution and, by extension, the success of our national socio-economic transformation agenda. While the two levels of government are distinct, they are interdependent. Our relations must therefore be built on consultation and cooperation. It is in this spirit that I have consistently engaged with county governments and their leadership, both formally and informally, consulting governors to align our strategic agendas. I remain committed to holding regular engagements through the National and County Government Coordination Summit, which I recognize as a vital platform for advancing our shared priorities. In previous summits, we reached a consensus on establishing fit-for-purpose intergovernmental structures under the summit. These include the Council of Governors and its Secretariat, the County Assemblies Forum, and the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee as the summit's technical secretariat. We also agreed to amend the Intergovernmental Relations Act of 2012 and the Public Financial Management Act of 2012 to strengthen these bodies' capacity to fulfill their mandate. I am pleased to note that the necessary measures are on track to achieve these resolutions. Article 6, 187, and 189 of the Constitution emphasize consultation, cooperation, and coordination between the two levels of government. We should draw inspiration from the ongoing collaborative efforts, such as the national government support for county-led initiatives like school feeding and bursary programs, as well as classroom expansion projects. Similarly, counties are partners with the national government on fresh produce market infrastructure projects. I commend the IGRTC for facilitating these partnerships and formalizing them through intergovernmental agreements. Through determined effort, we have stabilized the economy. As a result, inflation has reached a historic low of 2.8 this month. Our currency is strong, and our foreign exchange reserves are robust. We are beginning to see the coming down of interest rates. Consistently over the last 6 months, our fuel products have come down, including yesterday, by about 4 shillings, and we are making progress in the right direction. In other words, the conditions are now in place for us to achieve a stronger economic outlook and maintain consistency in disbursement of allocated revenues. I'm informed by John Mbadi that today he will be releasing the monies for last month. That means that we are consistently moving in the right direction. As and when the situation improves, we want to be consistent as we support counties to discharge their responsibility. Over the past 2 years, we have achieved commendable strategic alignment on 3 key national priorities: achieving food security while lowering the cost of living, creating jobs for our youth on a more ambitious scale, and making deliberate investments in critical sectors to drive rapid, inclusive economic growth that uplifts everyone from the bottom up and leaving nobody behind. To achieve these goals, we agreed to collaborate in supporting strategic programs in agriculture and food security, affordable housing, micro, small, and medium enterprises and manufacturing, universal health coverage, and the adoption of digital technology. I am encouraged by the dedication and commitment demonstrated by county governments and governors in particular in implementing these initiatives. As a result, we have delivered and continue to deliver tangible progress in various crucial sectors. The fortunes of our country depend decisively on how effectively we manage the devolution of national power and resources. Devolution, therefore, is fundamental to our political viability, our national stability, and the sustainability of our socio-economic progress. With this in mind, I have convened this summit in the spirit of partnership, recognizing as the highest and most consequential forum for intergovernmental consultations and deliberation, and that this is our best platform for enhancing the national strategic agenda by aligning development policies and accelerating the implementation of programs and projects across the country. Every county stands to benefit with 124,000 housing units currently at various stages of development, out of which we have a target of 840,000 units that are already in the pipeline over the next 4 years. Beyond providing affordable and decent homes for workers and families at the bottom of the economic ladder, the affordable housing program promotes equity and inclusiveness while creating millions of jobs. To date, the program has generated 200,000 direct jobs, with thousands more emerging through the building and construction value chain that supports housing development. Given the scale of projects in the pipeline, we anticipate that millions of additional jobs will be created as we move forward. The progress we are unlocking under Taifa Care will enable us to achieve a goal that has eluded us for many decades: a functional and inclusive system that delivers universal health care as a fundamental entitlement for all Kenyans. I think we are all alive to the fact that universal health care was part of the NAC government plan. It was part of the Jubilee administration plan. And I am persuaded beyond doubt that those 2 successive governments believed in this program and they wanted it implemented. It just happens to be that fate has conspired that we are the people to implement it. And I want to tell you that we will, and we will succeed. I can already see progress that has been made. The naysayers are becoming fewer. I saw the media today, they were saying the other weeks, oh, this thing is not going to work. Now they are saying it is working, but it is creating 2 categories of Kenyans. Okay, that's good progress. At least we are beyond the point where is it working or not. Okay, so we will move on to that other step, and we will demonstrate to them that, in fact, it is working for everybody. And I have no doubt in my mind that this program will work, because my team and I and the Council of Governors, we have spent countless hours figuring out how this is going to be rolled out. We want to be consistent as we support counties to discharge their responsibility. That said, 3 significant challenges remain: high public debt, including pending bills and sustainable public wage bill, and inefficiencies in revenue collection and utilization. To address these constraints and to do so effectively, unity of purpose and sustained collaboration between national and county governments is essential. Our continued cooperation will enable us to expand fiscal space, improve budgetary allocation, and ensure timely disbursements to counties. I must emphasize that devolution is not just a policy or an administrative tool. It embodies the fundamental aspiration of our citizens, is a fundamental principle of our nationhood, and an essential constitutional value and transformative pillar of our governance. For this reason, devolution is here. Devolution is a critical catalyst in the actualization of our national values and principles of governance, carrying with it our shared mandate and collective power to guarantee basic rights, empower every citizen, eliminate discrimination, and also resolve historical injustices. As stewards of public authority and resources, it is our collective responsibility to work hard and to work so together to ensure that the devolved system delivers for the people of Kenya effectively, efficiently, and accountably. We understand the constraints within our national fiscal framework, which limits our ability to fully meet county government expectations for shareable revenue. This challenge cannot and should not be mistaken for lack of commitment to devolution. Rather, it is a temporary difficulty arising from inherited fiscal vulnerabilities and the incomplete implementation of devolution. We are taking effective measures to address these issues, and our resolve to consolidate and deepen devolution remains very strong. To this end, we will complete the transfer of all devolved functions to county governments without delay. I am informed by the Attorney General that this Friday, the functions that have already been agreed upon will be gazetted and transferred to counties. Those that remain, there is extensive consultations between the 2 levels of government under the IGRDC program so that we can get things moving. In line with the Constitution and the Intergovernmental Relations Act, I urge all ministries, departments, and agencies at both levels of government to hasten the dispute resolution processes by taking advantage of alternative resolution mechanisms. This approach not only saves time and averts costly delays, but it also relieves citizens of financial burden of legal fees and fosters mutual trust and collaboration. I'm encouraged to note that many disputes are now being referred to IGRTC for resolution, and I applaud their efforts in preventing disagreements from escalating into disputes.